Hello guys and welcome back to another game of Beyond the Horizon. Here we are on the map of Star Watcher, and as you can see it's quite a big map. I've played this map for like right now 3 times, which 2 times I've played this position, so you kind of know what I'm doing right now. I have another video on this map already, in the same position as well, now that I think about it. But we start with a 3 max start into 1 solar, into a few winds, but winds is abnormally low. 4 to 12, it's just bad right now. We're losing energy per second right now, but we're building a lab and pumping out 2 construction bots before getting 3 techs into probably 1 more construction bot, 5 bombs into the last construction bot, into 5 maces, 10 rocket bots and 1 centurion. Wind is abnormally low still, so well, it's climbing up, so we're building a few more winds, but we need a lot more energy, so we continue building more winds, but it drops down to 4, so I eventually decide to just pump down the solar, and first I'm routing this construction bot to these 2 maxes into essentially going to the front line. We're also losing a bit of metal just because we are in energy troubles, so I decided to finally get the solar down, like I said, and get a little bit of more energy income. Wind is still just being like 4, 5, it's slowly coming up, so I pumped down another solar because we're just wasting a lot of energy right now. But just as we pump down the second solar, the wind goes up to 8, so we're fine right now. Also, the first leaks are coming in. Barbie Commander has rushed out. Oh, he just went 4 solars, so he didn't have the A problems, so that makes sense. But one tick comes past and goes into left hit. I've pinged this out. We do have radar signature because I set down a radar, but like nobody reacts until finally left heart gets a shuriken out. I do have my tick right here as well, so I will clean that thing up. Well, I spotted another tick over here and decide to clean it up as well. Now I get my second tick back and just go to the front line. SimCity Builder pumps out 2 or grunts, essentially a load of them, and just decides to zigzag to the front line. Well, it works I guess, but it's not the best idea in my opinion, as Cheo's meta is getting rushed with a few blitzes from Saint Cat, but I think a well-placed D could, no, not even, just decides to fight them, which in my opinion probably is a good idea if he didn't waste the grave digger or grave robber. And we are going to the front lines. We've already pushed up pretty far. We got the maxes on the way, and this one as well on top. I wanted to build a radar here as well, but I kind of forgot, so I just decided to build this and forsake the radar. I also have a sentry just blocking and defending this max. And here we are with our comm. And we're just pushing forward. We don't see any signature. My ticks have already, have a little bit of vision already. So we know it's fine to push up and get this max, and maybe even try to get this one. Even though this one is the most important, it's a 4.2. It's probably one of, it's 2 of the biggest ones you can have. I do decide to just defend it for a bit. There's also a scout, or is this a fighter? A fighter passing through, so they did have vision of me. I also have 1 single tick that is doing damage, getting the metal structure of a polite sociopath, and there we go, we got the kill. And I then just decide to push my tick forward or up there, trying to get this max, but there's nothing here. And SimCity Builder is trying to pressure with the grunts he had, getting damage on a blitz and eventually killing it. as Shuriken of Rosie actually gets my tick. Depricorn has or built up a little of altitude defense, and I do have a few maces. I wanted to position them up here, but because they're late, these maces right now are a bit useless. I'd rather have my my Rocketeers, and as you can see, the base building has gone pretty well. We have the A solar, we have another turret to defend, and we have E-Search and the construction turret that's coming up. And then we're building a whole bunch more winds while we eat our lab, and we already built the lab here at the front lines, pumping out my Rocketeers, and also building a few construction bots before getting a few beamers up and running. Just a little bit of defense for our lab, but I think I eventually decided not to anymore and just push back. While I'm getting 2 times right now, Depricorn and Polite Sociopath are both going against me, which, you know, is a bit annoying, but it's fine. Depricorn is just building a whole bunch of LTTs essentially, and just a few Wolverines to harass. I did get this max for now, but it just gets destroyed over and over again. I do get the LTT down, but you know, it doesn't really matter. I just need more time and defenses essentially. For now, I just pull back. I know I can't really get this or try to pressure with the Rocketeers, but the Wolverines have just too much range for me, so I can't really do anything. I do have these 2 LTTs up and running right now, so they can't push into me as well, because I also have way more units, so if they do decide to get to me, it's just a waste of metal, essentially. Here they are, just the Wolverines pushed up again, and just pull my units back, get the construction turrets out, so I do get infinite repair at the front line, because, you know, they're not dying. They do get a little bit of damage because of the AoE as well, but, you know, they're not dying. I push my Rocketeers up, and I do get the LPs right now, because, well, these are pushed way too far, and that means I can't just harass pretty thoroughly. I do get a little bit of casualties, but it's fine. And I now just push the Rocketeers on repeat and just decide to constantly just wiggle forward and back as the construction turret is finally done and will repair just everything. I do decide to actually finish this construction turret first before just repairing it over and over and over again. Ah, that's annoying. He just has enough line of sight to see the max, so that's a bit annoying, but you know, it's fine. As a Bullet Sociopath gets his Overwatch tower out, I think, yeah, I did spot it, but just a bit too late, so I decide, you know, I have a lot of Dragon's Teeth already up and running, why not build more? So I decided to just build more Dragon's Teeth, and I'm not really building any units for now. I'm really just in a comfortable position, even though I'm getting 2 times right now as Chesto Mate and Sunfreeze is just doing work here, but they pushed a bit too far. As you can see, Shurikens right now are just stopping this push, as the Wolverines right now can get shots in the on the stationary blitzes, or was it blitzes? I don't think they were blitzes, they were scouts. I'm also realizing Depricorn is up here, but he's fighting mostly here, so he just has a few stationary defenses helping out, so he needs to help Baltimore, yeah, else they will just get killed. But as you can see right now, he is putting pressure for the for Saint Cat.
Commander
The
destroyed.
thugs are pushing forward, and the shurikens are already on their way, ready to help, and that means this whole
Commander
the
destroyed.
push will get destroyed and probably eaten alive as well. As the stouts gets pushed forward, but the same cat gets close. He might be able to get a nice Negan off. No, he stopped. I'm still 2v1 right now, but
Commander self-destructed.
this is pretty doable. Leprechaun is essentially also 2v3 because he decided to go against me as well. But the shurikens do a really good job, and the brutes and lashers and wolverines.
Battle pause.
Leprechaun
Battle
has
resumed.
done a great job. I also get the offer to get tier 2 and a few tier 2 units, and I just say no, just give me a few tier 2 units and I'll be fine. I also got a few pawns out, just flexible defense force, as we have pushed out a gauntlet with a jammer and a few beamers. This gauntlet will just focus, of course, the most high value target, and that is the commander. So that's a little bit of a mistake on my part, honestly, as there's a skirmish going down again. Shurikens are doing a fantastic job really helping the bot side though, as some priests are now donating more stouts, once again in metal value. There's already a grave rack of 2k metal on the ground. I also built a few Centurions helping out against if they wanted to try and rush me. They just have a little bit of gap here, so these Centurions will do wonders. I also decided to build a few more tiers, just poking around, just on repeat, walking forward, shooting rockets, walking back as they get constantly repaired by the construction turrets at the front. But an Overwatch tower right now does a really bad job of stopping us, or a good job of stopping us. But I decided to go for Dick Spam, and that will distract the Overwatch tower and just push my Rocketeers forward with a fight command, not really caring about the consequences because they can't break this position. And I did get my tier 2 from my teammate, so right now I can just upgrade all of my maxes on my metal incompulse skyrocket. As you can see, I'm just giving the command right now to upgrade all of my maxes. With the 3 construction bots in tow, I can also make more construction bots if need be. And my Rocketeers right now just destroyed all of these support, these defenses, as the Overwatch tower is trying to stop us, but you know, it's fine. I do push forward with my pawn right now.
Commander destroyed.
A little bit of damage, or I'm not really sure why. Probably trying to get damage on, or just pushing out on the hounds and the pork. As the maces destroy the last bits of pork, and the hounds are just standing there like sociopath, probably not paying attention. As I decided to move downwards because this position was already unstable with a few Centurions, and try to get this turn first with my Centurion as a
Commander destroyed.
We do get a kill on the commander of the like sociopath with the
Commander
Gauntlet,
destroyed.
as well as right now with the Centurions pushing forward, and I just decided to just try to get as far as possible. I don't really think I can get into one of these 2 bases, but you know, just Centurions are really strong. They can just wall, and they do have a little bit of 1.5k HP, so just walking them forward, trying to do as much damage as possible, getting the max on the way, just damaging their eco and delaying for time, essentially, because right now there's a big metal rack ready to be eaten. alive as the ticks distract the hounds and the rocketeers from SimCity Builder just finish them up. As more hounds from Drapicorn are getting pushed up to the front lines as well. There's still a single rocketeer for myself, but don't really care about them. Just pushing forward with my ticks.
Commander
trying to get
destroyed.
as much information as possible, as well as just delaying for a time, as the Jaguars of the United States I quit getting pushed forward, just a few, trying to stop any spam from approaching, and I decided to eat out of this battle. But I think it would be better to eat this and resurrect the Gauntlet and the Overwatch Tower, as well as the Hounds. I do resurrect the Hounds, but I think it would be worth to resurrect the Gauntlet and the Overwatch Tower. Just put a few beamers there. Now the Gauntlet is gone, so you can't really see the area, I suppose, but it was here. It's almost the same radius as this. So let's see. This is precisely the radius. So if it was around here, it probably would have gone like something like probably high ground would stop it. But have a radius like this, well, probably like that, something like that. But that would be gorgeous. We just denied this space because there's also two high ground positions, which if they fortified would be a little bit harder to push through, but essentially we could go through the middle, split up right here, because most of the towers won't have that much range unless you go for tier 2. But they don't really have the economy to do that because they don't have all of their upgraded maxes, and these metal extractors are already gone, already destroyed. Rosie is, I think, just colonizing on them, or is this no? I think Rosie is just Sante construction flight thingy, construction aircraft to just get these maxes out as fast as possible, which would make sense, I suppose, as Rosie is probably one of the better playing opponents in this match. And just because I paused the game right now, so let's look at the state right now. We do have Calimero up top fighting against, I think it's Barbie Commander. It is Barbie Commander with, I suppose, Automate. Yeah, Automate. Who is going into tier 2 and does have a Pitbull as ground defense or base defense. I think, as you can see, the Rocketeers, there's thugs being pushed forward, so there's a little bit of a leak here from Kenshi, probably, that got the thugs past, I suppose, against Automate, and Baby Commander is doing pretty well. Like, yes, pretty well as in doing really well, but I just noticed he took the lowest West player in this match as the disconnected, so he has like 2 bases to work with, so that's also a advantage for us if he can't process all of that. It costs a lot of APM, so it's an advantage for us. It also means this position right now is wide open for us, or well, let's say this position is wide open because I will face this, and this. If I push past, we're winning overall. We've pushed through except for this position. Let's draw the line right now about here. But there are Sheldons of us, and Stouts already pushing into this section, so there's a whole lot of middle ground right now, which isn't used by our opponent, so we're actually winning, because this is no man's land, I suppose. But let's go further into the match. Honestly, we're doing fine. We're going into tier 2 because we had a whole bunch of battles stocked up, and of course
Commander destroyed.
we are eating a whole lot of metal right now. Our Lazaruses are out, and they will repair or resurrect the hounds right now. There's a few ticks come too close to this guard light laser tower, and I honestly don't know. I think I didn't snipe this one, but I think just because we resurrected these hounds, they will eventually get sniped, just not on purpose by me. As lots of Sheldons are getting, well, trying to get them killed by the, yep, the hound is right now killing it. As I push forward a little force of sprinters, I thought, you know, this feels really weak. Let's just try to get a raided. As I have one tick essentially already scouted this out and damaged all of this, all of their E conversion. So they are right now on a big energy surplus, but shurikens and the hounds of go just kill this whole push. And you know, he doesn't have any wings, so it's not a hazard of explosions, but we do get 3 advanced solars, so that's 350 times 3 sprinters, mostly with sprinters, so it's about even. Of course, the energy cost isn't even. It costs us way more energy, but energy right now isn't really that much of a problem. I say I am on low energy because I'm building sharpshooters. So I do need a little bit of more energy as we are building a advanced metal extractor as well, and the sharpshooters cost just a lot of energy. So I decided to almost get my killed. Build a radar up top and walk on the map back, just travel a little bit of safety. Before I decided to build more wins with these three construction bots, as we're building up a whole bunch of metal once again. So it might even be worth for us to go into fusions. Let's look at base. Where are they? Here they are. Fusion 3.6 k metal. So we could already essentially build 2 fusions just because we're eating all of this metal. Just having a good time. Apologize. These spawns from RB Commander are just slowing us down for now. And the Pitbull is destroying a whole bunch of tier 1 units, but essentially will be overrun pretty soon, as 2 shots got blocked by a construction vehicle wreckage, so 3 shots wasted, 2 shots wasted, which means it gets overall pretty fast, as the Hounds of Depricorn have pushed some trees way back, as is advanced vehicle plants a bit too far up. I said it as well, while my vehicle or advanced mod lab is right about the same position, my position is way more fortified, so that's a mistake on his part. He probably should have built it about there, as he is right now. The hounds right here are a little bit annoying as well, but we do decide to just push our ticks into them and probably get the kill, as a few of our light air skirmishes up top. So a whole bunch of drugs get pushed past into the array of light sociopath into his base and advanced pulsars, while I am building a whole bunch of welders, and I think I made a mistake of clicking to guard the advanced bot lab, as the ticks right now are just a little bit annoying for different mobilization path, while my hounds essentially now get pushed forward a little bit too late, but they do get at least finish off one hound. I think it's maybe 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, essentially. As the grunts of the SimCity Builder get to one of Barbie Commando's bases and just kill everything of his whole winters. So right now he's bleeding on energy but quite a bit, and Ultimate is trying to leverage the situation with his brutes and Barbie Commander with his building stouts. He has repeat on. This probably is a simple mistake, because he will right now build a whole lot of construction bots, but the Zango gets pushed past by Barbie Commander just because of this run push, which means the game is over. As you can see, SimCity Builder just has all of his metal pushed into
Battle
a
ended.
bunch of spam, and it works. He got into the wins and got the destroying and resist production by far. Obviously, Barbie Commander got the most resources and took the most damage because he had 2 bases. Calimero, I think that's up top, was the most efficient resource production, which I believe as well, because it was essentially 2v1ing with against Barbie Commander's 2 bases with Kenshi, so you know, give him credit for that as well. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a fun game for me, as I wanted to push my welders out as well, but the game was already over. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did for sure, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.